Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another night of exciting fights here in the ICF. Ahead of us today is ICF Fight Night 6, and it is absolutely filled to the brim with potential bangers and is guaranteed to deliver. Kicking off this stacked main card, we have a potential top contender fight in the Xbox Heavy division between Robbie Knuckles and Aldo Mofat. After that one, we have arguably the most exciting fight on this card, and that is the trilogy match between John Cage and the forever wild and unpredictable Dennis Hendo O'Malley. Moving on from that, we have the newly minted Xbox Lite champion Vin Collette, who looks to notch his first title defense here tonight against the always evolving Deshaun Dubois. Our co-main for the night consists of Chip, the Romanian Giga Chad himself, looking to win the rematch against the submission nightmare artist in Debo Albu. And for this very hyped and very exciting main event, we have an absolute banger on deck. We have the heavy-handed pride of Ireland himself, Oisin McGranagan, looking to defend his Xbox Heavy title against a crafty and always dangerous veteran in Dirty Oni J. Joining me tonight in the commentary booth, we have the golden-voiced man from the Commonwealth of Virginia himself, Kelvin Lamb, who will be serving as our blow-by-blow commentator. Sitting next to him tonight is the devilishly handsome Irishman, Dylan Audrey, who will be serving as the color commentator tonight.
Gentlemen.
And serving as my fellow analyst will be the always prepared and the always inebriated Mike LaFleur.
Hello all, and we do have something very special for everyone. We have a pretty epic surprise, I would say, Bobby.
I would agree with you on that one.
Now, could you explain why we have this epic surprise?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Mike and I had a very heated dispute over who got to sit in the brand new padded chair at the commentary booth. So, handling it like a couple of men, we decided to engage in a battle of fisticuffs in Mike's backyard and record it for your viewing pleasure. So, here it is.
And here it is. We shall see.
Now, before we get into this fight, Mike, I just have one question to ask.
And what would that be, Dale?
How do you have so many people in your backyard?
Well, let's just say I invited the whole family over. The person
Oh,
that's
yeah?
reffing, that's my brother.
Weedman Bowles is a big family. He's got a large family tree.
Let's just say anyone who tokes up is family to me.
And, some clearly very strong genetics, too. I've never seen Weedman Bowles so swole.
Yeah, man, I think he's on that CBD.
The CBD does help, but training in the mountains with monks helps even more, as you can tell from the bowl cut on my head.
Yeah, Mike and I have been deep in the mountains, training with the monks, like he said.
Nice switch.
Every day, waking up, fighting off dragons. Dude, it's been crazy.
Ooh.
It's an ancient order. The one thing they teach us, always spin.
A competitive first 60 seconds so far.
Yeah,
Both
Bobby's
guys
really
having their
good with
moments.
the leg.
Yeah. And that 1-2 that he's mixing up with the straight into the right hook is quite good too. Just needs to be careful in the pocket.
And he just whiffs on that crane kick.
And Bobby, if you don't mind me asking, what's your game plan for this first round that we're duking it out here?
Try to work your body and your lead leg, as you can see, because past spars have noticed that checking leg kicks is kind of a weakness for you. That and dealing with your super annoying and super slippery head movement.
And slippery is what I try to be.
Yeah, when guys are head moving a lot, just whiffing.
Nice
like
overhand.
It's,
Oh,
yeah, beautiful.
surprised that wasn't a rock.
Like, if you can catch someone in a leg kick doing head movement, man, brutal.
But man, Weedman Bowles, I don't think it's just the bowl cut that he's getting all this power from. Look at that back tat. That's intimidating.
I mean,
I think
what do
it's
you
more than
do?
his back tat this time around. Not to call
I mean, the man
anybody a
who
cheater or
puts that
anything, but
on his back is not a man you want to face.
we may definitely felt a bit stronger than usual this fight, so I have my suspicions.
I mean,
Yeah,
he
he
does
was
look
on
very
top,
swole. I mean, those jorts are tight. We could potentially see him pop for EPO, you know, and it wouldn't be the first time we've seen guys pop. You know, shout out to our boys Dominic Lopov and Tyler Cerrone. You know, they both got a no contest on their record for questionable reasons.
That is true.
Oh,
You know what?
misses
I
with the
think
overhand.
it's a scientifically proven fact that jorts and the bowl cut increases your power by 35%.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, that's not even including that beast he has on his back. You know.
And let's just say I've smoked so much before Bobby and I went to this fight that I feel no pain.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's where the CBD comes in, right? Nice axe kick.
It's a bit jarring when you flying crane kick somebody straight in the jaw and they just keep marching forward.
Oh, heavy leg kick.
I imagine that was kind of demoralizing right there.
Whew. I obviously could feel a bit more than I thought, huh?
No, but you had
I think coming into the later stages of the first round, a lot of Bobby's success is starting to fade a little bit as his stamina drops.
yeah, he's just going too hard in the paint.
And Mike's head movement is giving him trouble.
Yeah, if you whiff on a lot of strikes because of head movement, it just drains.
Oh, that was nice. The fake spin into the overhand.
The monks have taught Dale and I that move. It's the
it's
Showboat
pretty good.
Masterclass.
Amen, brother. Especially if you get that cross body roundhouse.
And there's that overhand again. Someone's been watching some Luke Libre's tape.
Yeah, you know, he's got pretty good overhand technique.
Oh, straight knocks him down, man. If I'm Bobby Diesel for the rest of this round, I'm playing it safe, you know? Get to your stool, get some stamina back.
Yeah, Bobby, what was going through your mind right at that moment?
She kind of touching on Dylan said, or excuse me, what Dylan said. In hindsight, it probably would have been smart to kind of take my foot off the gas and coast. But you guys know that's not the Bobby Diesel way. But
Definitely not.
my main concern at this point really was my stamina. You know, I caught wind of that and kind of changed my game plan to trying to get a Hail Mary, land a big shot type of deal.
Oh, the check hook sits him down.
Yeah, you
Catches
know,
the
if you
spin.
go fishing for a fluke, you might just catch it. As Kevin Malone once said.
I think that's probably Mike's round.
Yeah, I think he takes that one too.
Competitive first half. but
Backyard. This is backyard. This isn't going to go to decision.
No, this is gonna be a knockout.
Hey, you think Mike has judges behind his house?
I
The
mean,
only thing
the
we
only
judge is the quality of our product, Kelvin.
Absolutely.
Factual statement.
Let's just say, in a world where Bobby and I fight, there's not a single one of those fights that will go to decision.
But you
Ooh.
know me, gentlemen. I don't do decisions. So
it's evident by the lack of stamina.
Yeah.
Oh, the crane kick!
Nailed the crane.
Everything falls into place. You don't need to go past the first round.
Man, if you land another big crane kick like that, that could be your Hail Mary.
Yeah, of all the kicks in the game, the crane kick is like the most prone to Hail Mary wins. So, I mean, if you land with that...
Oh,
especially-
the overhand again. Oh, into the spinning elbow.
There we go, that knee stomp. You know what habit he's trying to set up with that.
Let's just say that's a Mike LaFleur
Oh.
special right there, that knee stomp.
Yeah, so is that head sway into an uppercut you just did right there.
I like the striking out of both stances there. You know, not giving Bobby even a chance to breathe by switching back. You know, just still in his face, southpaw or orthodox.
Yeah, but Bobby's still throwing, man. You saw a little bit ago, he landed a clean switch kick.
Problem is, his stamina's so low now that if he, all it takes is Mike catching him throwing on one strike, and he's probably gonna go out. But there's that crane kick again.
Yeah, he doesn't do a whole lot of damage with the stamina low, but he'll catch you and he'll get that head health right down low.
Nice uppercut. Oh, the lead head kick.
Roundhouse. You go ducks the overhand. It's been a story this whole match. Mike's been able to duck pretty much all of them.
Yeah, one or two landed clean, but for the most part, Mike's head movement is giving Bobby a lot of trouble.
I mean, the leg is getting chewed up. I mean, Bobby's been working that leg real good. You can see the difference in their leg health.
Yeah, and spin.
There we go. The spinning heel kick after the knee stomp is a deadly move if you got it.
Yeah, Mike loves his slick combos. Oh, slips the overhand.
You know, the Lord's showing him the way, and the Lord said, "Hey, you gotta lean to the left and then duck down." I believe that's Ezekiel 24:20.
Oh, the axe kick, man. Sits him down. Lots of fakes from Mike.
Not able to land that 6-12 elbow. Ooh.
Oh! Left hook puts him out. Left hook puts him out. And
Went for the
boys
crane
called
kick
it.
with stamina.
I mean, was there really any doubt? We knew that fight wasn't going to decision.
Oh, there was no way that'd go to decision.
All right, wake him up. Let's get him back inside, you know, move on with comms.
We need him
All
back
right, let
in
me
the
go
booth here.
Mike's padded duel.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, Bobby. I didn't mean to hurt you there and make it so that the stool wouldn't be a very good fit for you. Maybe I will give you the padded stool after all.
When I need it, man. My head's killing me now, but it's fun like always.
That was a very fun brawl, Bobby. And I definitely expect us to have more like that in the future. And what did you, Dylan, and Kelvin think of this bout?
It was a good fight, man. What can I say? You know, you boys, you surprised me. I didn't even know this thing was going down. I thought we had a 5-fight main card. We opened it up with a nice exhibition bout in the backyard. So yeah, it was fucking a good fight.
Hey, man. Anytime I see two guys slugging it out behind Mike's house. So I enjoyed it. Besides, you guys fighting is always a fun one. And you know, I can't get enough of my bowl cut brother and fellow training partner, Weedman Bowles.
Absolutely. And Bobby, I knew coming into this fight that Bobby would be a very tough opponent and that I'd have to stay extremely patient. As patient Bobby is another level of beast, but if I can be patient as well, it might neutralize his offense. That was my main concern and thought going into this. And I'm glad that it was just barely able to prevail tonight. But now, not to detract from any of our great main card contenders. Next, we're going to see a very high action fight from Robbie Knuckles and Aldo Moffat. Bobby, Dylan, Kelvin, what might be your thoughts on this first fight on this great card?
I mean, my first thought is that their last fight ended in a bit of a controversial sub. I mean, it kind of looked like Moffat just gave up. Like, he got into that sub and Robbie just took it with no defense. It was crazy. But I mean, then Aldo goes on a tear through the Grand Prix, and now he finds himself fighting Robbie Knuckles again, and I don't know what to make of the fight.
Well, it's interesting because one might say, you know, Aldo just wasn't feeling it and didn't feel like defending it, but another would say, you know, Robbie might have broken him mentally. You know, Robbie's triangle armbar is a thing of nightmares. You know, he's got a collection of arms on his wall back home of dudes he's gotten with that sub, and all in the first round as well. So, you know, Robbie is he's really revitalized his career. I mean, his tear through the division for his title shot was, you know, unparalleled. You know, and he put on a good display against Oshin. So but that being said, Aldo Moffat, he's been on a tear recently as well. You know, got unlucky in a very, very close fight against Jake Paul in the Grand Prix. So I'm excited for this rematch here.
Fight was so close, we had to go in and score it ourselves.
Yeah.
And just to speak to that fight again, we saw maybe some potential vulnerabilities from Aldo. He seems a little willing to be controlled on the ground there. And that's exactly how Jake Paul got that decision win over him. Robbie is a very esteemed grappler, so who knows?
Yeah, Jake Paul and Robbie are both very, very, very good grapplers. In different ways, Jake Paul is, I think, a little bit more about control, whereas Robbie is hunting for the sub oftentimes. But it'll be very interesting to see what happens when this fight hits the mats.
Absolutely. And Bobby, what's your prediction coming into this first fight?
I don't know, man. It's a bit of a interesting stylistic matchup. 'Cause, you know, we've said it before. Aldo's a really weird guy. Stylistically, you know, his striking's kind of unorthodox, and he's good on the feet and on the ground. You know, and Robbie, complete style change, and he's cemented itself really as like one of the better grapplers on the Xbox side. So I think it'll be fun to watch. Prediction wise, kind of a toss up, honestly. I could see it going either way, but I think I'd have to pull for Robbie in this one, maybe by another submission.
Absolutely. Robbie he's insane on the ground, especially with those top mount denials. If he gets just one on you, it can be the night over very quickly. And now we'll get into this first fight on this card.
And here we are opening up our card with Robbie Knuckles versus Aldo Moffat. And do you see the Moffat, man? My God, he is terrifying.
Do you see Robbie Knuckles? I mean, the Invisible Man?
Man, how is he going to hit
There
him?
he is.
Oh, there we go.
There he is.
He decided
He
to
was
come
just
off here
taking
for
his
the
time.
fight. He didn't want to
Yeah,
get
he didn't-
disqualified.
Yeah,
Must
he wants his
McGranagan
victory to be
did
a fair one with no controversy.
None at all. And look at Moffat's rock head here. He looks like he came straight out of Easter Island.
Yeah, he's intimidating.
Ooh.
I mean, he's got a human sugar skull for a head. And you know
Moffat
that
denies the
yin
single
yang
leg.
shows that he is perfectly balanced, as all things should.
It's a slow one to start. But this
Yeah,
is
both
Moffat's
guys feeling each other out a
style.
little bit here.
Exactly.
He's so unorthodox. Moffat is so unorthodox with his striking and his grappling. It's so hard to get a read on him because he loves those like single strikes and he doesn't really throw a lot of combinations and the leg kick. Ooh, checks that leg kick there. Somebody's full up on their potassium. Again, these guys just kind of filling out the range a little bit.
Yeah, this first round so far is just them like testing each other out, you know, getting a feel for how the fight's gonna go.
And they're testing the waters pretty well. It was a slow starter, but they're starting to really get into it here.
And that was a nice combo from Robbie in the pocket. And again, I think what Robbie needs to do here is he's playing a little bit too much at range. That's Moffat's game, you know. If Moffat can keep you at range, pick you apart with the single strikes and the leg kicks, there's a takedown. That's good for Robbie.
Very good for Robbie, but he gets flipped right away.
Now Moffat's on top.
And here we go. He's actively grappling in this one. He's been working on it.
Yeah, a lot of times you see Moffat end up in side control, he'll just get up.
Must have been training with Derek Lewis then.
Denies that full guard transition. That's a nice denial.
Two great denials here. Both of these
Yeah.
men showing their prowess on the ground. And I'd wager to say that Moffat looks like he's leveled up here.
Definitely. I mean, we saw him get really stuck on the ground underneath Jake Paul in his last fight. and immediately flips Robbie when Robbie had him in side control.
Although Robbie nailed him with a couple of side kicks there. You know, wearing down that body health, getting his stamina a little bit lower.
Robbie needs to make this a little bit more of a dogfight. You know, I think he's playing to Moffat's game a little bit too much here. Moffat keeping him at range. He needs to get in his face, make it a little bit ugly. You know, it's not going to be as pretty, but and he spins to the head.
I mean, when he's getting in close with Moffat, that's when he's succeeding in this fight thus far. I mean, he's been nailing with a couple of good jab, uppercuts, you know, jab, body hook. Saw that beautiful spin kick just then.
And Robbie's great with his kicks. Oh my god.
There we go.
Switch kick.
Going to the body. Getting that both the head and the body health dangerously low.
And Moffat's takedown defense is really good here.
Yeah, it's definitely gone up a notch since his last couple of fights.
He's looking great here. He only did get rocked once, though.
Nice hooks to the body. So I'm saying, when
he can get a new tattoo for every takedown he denies.
if Robbie, you know, he needs to kind of show him a little bit less respect here and just get in his face and make it dirty, and I think he could have more success.
Another good spinning kick to the body. Both these guys have been landing with that.
Yeah, Kelvin, I know you like all the spin jitsu stuff, so I'm sure this has been an enjoyable one for you to watch.
Dude, I am quaking in my bar stool right now watching this fight. I love the spinning stuff. And it's what the monks taught me. Spin jutsu is the only way forward. Live by the spin and die by the spin, and it will grant you. We're coming up on 40 seconds left in this first round. What do you guys think so far?
I believe Moffat is winning this so far, but just
It's a
as
nice
I say
leg
that,
check on the leg kick.
Exactly.
Oh, Moffat's going to get the takedown here.
Oof.
And Robbie's stamina's not looking too great after one round. This is what I mean. You know, Moffat gets up there at a side control. You know, he could just control the rest of the round, but maybe he thinks he can land something big, and he's spinning, hook kick.
Oh.
And another check.
Oh, man. They are just going for each other in the last seconds of this fight.
This is so back and forth.
Oh, and lands a big head kick at the buzzer.
One last. Man, Dylan, how would you score that round?
That's a very tough one.
Yeah, it's a close round, man. Honestly, I think Moffat gets that round, but if the judges were to give that round to Robbie, I could see that too, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely a 10-9 in someone's favor.
Yeah, for sure. No 10-8s there.
And with the judges here, you never know which way they'll decide to go.
That's true. I mean, Moffat had a decision go for him that ended up being overturned when we reviewed, because the judges, man, sometimes they just be coming out these whack decisions. Nice combos from Robbie in the pocket there.
Considering his last fight was that loss overturned because of the judges, you gotta think he does not want to go to decision.
Yeah, you would think that. But then a lot of his style is decision-based. You know, he does tend to end up in the later rounds.
He absolutely does, especially just because he's content to wait. He wants you to make the first move so that you can make a mistake, like right there.
Oh, rocks him with the left hook.
The back of the head.
And Moffat's right leg, man.
No, but a high single leg slam from Knuckles into a sprawl by Moffat.
See what Robbie can do here from backside.
Into half guard.
That's good. That's good for Moffat. He did not want to have his back taken there. And being in full guard is exactly where he wants to be on the bottom.
Absolutely.
And he's just punching, man. He is not content to sit and wait for a denial. He's just hitting and going for whatever transition he thinks he can get.
And there
he
we
gets
go.
that denial.
Right back.
Now Moffat's on top. See what Robbie can do here to get up off his back. He does, up against the cage.
Not the best position, but it's better than being on the bottom.
They separate. And that stamina difference is noticeable as Moffat connects with a heavy leg kick.
But a great dodge by Robbie Knuckles there, avoiding the spinning kick to the face.
Yeah, both these guys have been on point with their sways and their side steps. Oh, nice elbow.
Absolutely. Look at these two men. And Bobby, what might your opinion be of this fight so far?
The pace has definitely picked up a lot. After what I'd say is a pretty evenly matched first round, it seems to me like the momentum is starting to swing in Aldo's favor a little bit. That
Nice switch kick.
Stamina difference, really. I think Robin needs to make sure he keeps an eye out on that.
Yeah, he needs to stop throwing kicks, these big kicks when his stamina is so.
Nice elbow.
I mean, he doesn't have the
Fair. Head kick. Moffat's putting the pressure on him now. Robbie gets him down to the ground. That's a smart takedown. Stops him of his momentum.
Especially that elbow. Did everyone in the booth here know that the lead and rear elbow actually does the same amount of damage standing?
I had no idea.
Did not know that. No.
Yeah. I always thought the real one did more because it came from behind. Like there's more wind up.
Well, it's
You
like
would
that
think.
with hooks and whatnot, you know.
Unfortunately not.
Would it technically be better if you want to pull elbow to elbow with your leading one?
Technically so. Especially
like
from
range-wise, that'd be better.
all the data we've seen. Heel hook attempt. But it's
No, but
denied.
that gets denied. The mount doesn't get denied though. Moffat gets right back up. Wants to keep it standing. That's a good decision on his end. Oh!
Connects with the right hook and then sits him down. This could be it, man.
You do not want to whiff on a spin kick, man, because you get caught.
And
And
he
this
goes
fight
in half
almost
guard.
ended.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
opts for
it is-
position, and now he's reversed.
You know, I've said it a million times before. I'll say it again. You really got to be careful ranging your kicks, especially, you know, like you said, Kelvin, the really big stamina draining spinning type kicks. You whip on that and get clipped one good time.
You especially never want to be moving forward when you whiff either.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Here
going
we go, Robbie. Taking top.
Ooh.
What do you think, Mike?
Going in to the end of the second round, Robbie is going to start looking desperate, in my opinion. He really needs some type of finish here.
Yeah, oh my god, he connects with the straight, rocks him again.
Good switch.
And Robbie needs to back up now. He can't really be going for strikes with stamina that low and after getting rocked.
Yeah, the lunge and the strike attempts after the rock probably wasn't the best idea for Robbie.
Oh,
That's on the back of the head.
The back of the
Ref.
head.
Oh,
Man, that was
That's how we run it here in ICF, baby. Back of the head, it's all good. But a mutual show of respect from both of the competitors is always nice to see.
Robbie could be down 2 rounds here. You know, he may need a finish now. That first round was close, but I do think Moffat might have edged it and gets a takedown.
He definitely should not count on winning
Hit the
that.
top mount, gets a denial.
This is Robbie's bread and butter here.
He's going for the triangle armbar, boys.
This
This
is-
is his. He subbed Moffat from this exact position,
Uh-oh. He's sinking it in here.
and a
Getting
good
in
start
deep.
as well.
I mean,
Surely not.
Moffat's doing, he's
Not
doing a good
again.
job.
No,
defending,
he's
but-
got a good. He's doing good on his escape.
Well, the deeper it goes, the
Uh-oh.
quicker that sub bar fills.
But
so-
Robbie's getting it in deep, man. Surely not.
Yeah.
Surely Robbie doesn't pull off the
Oh,
triangle
no.
armbar again.
Flashbacks
Oh,
from
getting close,
Moffat's side.
getting close.
I think he could get out. It's so close.
Oh,
Gets out.
Wow, man. That was very close. And that's
Man.
exactly what Robbie needs in the third round, I think. Moffat's got to be careful. Show respect.
that was so close for Moffat. You know he doesn't want to get back on the ground again with that.
Oh!
Whiff.
story of the fight, man. Robbie missing on a big kick and
Oh!
Oh! No, that animation saved him from the overhand. You gotta think he's counting his lucky stars for that.
oh my
my
God! Moffat is bringing it to him now.
Moffat
He's
does not
flowing,
want
dude.
another decision.
Nice Superman.
Oh, nasty Superman, yeah.
Seems like they're both sticking to holding low block a little bit at range. I wonder if they're finally wise enough for the leg kick.
Oh, knee right on the chin.
And he's going for the finish. And Robbie Knuckles defending a takedown.
Heavy body kick.
Very
He's
heavy.
landing that spin kick to the body a lot, but it just doesn't seem like it's really.
Oh, ducks the head kick.
Beautifully timed.
Oh man.
Great takedown defense from
Wow, he gets
Moffat
and he
until
gets
that
it with the
slam.
Robbie's gassed, man.
Yeah,
But if he can get back to top mount, we could see another potential sub attempt.
It would be very miracle-ish. But if he could do it, that would be a crazy, crazy comeback.
I mean, that last one was close, man. Gets him down again. Into top mount now. Takes his back.
See if he can get back flat.
No, back to top mount. Doesn't get the denial. And this time
Good
Moffat's
denial
wise
from
to it.
Moffat right there.
Yep.
And Robbie's braids are just flying about as he's trying to regain a better position here. And a leg lock
Let's go.
attempt.
His stamina's a lot lower than Moffat's here, though, and the leg lock's not such a great sub. You know, I don't really see him having too much success with this. He'll probably let it go.
Yeah, just like you said, he let it go right there.
Nice denial. Denies the arm triangle.
Oh, and Robbie gets reversed.
Let's see if Moffat keeps it on the ground.
Nope.
Standing.
Oh,
Oh, and he goes back down. Oh, and he
The
gets back up, and
flying
he goes back
elbows.
down.
Bit of BM from Moffat here.
oof.
Oh, the up kick.
Robbie said, not a third time, my friend.
Man, imagine if he got knocked out by that up kick right there.
Oh!
Oh. Going back down again.
Is he gonna do it again? Nope.
No.
He doesn't want to hang out in Robbie's guard at all.
Yeah, Robbie needs something big, like ASAP.
Yeah, he's got 45 seconds here. Probably not gonna get the sub now at this stage as well, so maybe a big bus driver uppercut? I don't know.
Maybe. It looks like Moffat might be content with going to decision on this one. And right as I say that,
This is it, man.
surely he's out.
One tap. Oh my god, look at his head health, bro. How is he not out?
Man,
Oh no.
This is it.
oh.
He can't take anymore.
It's
Stop the
it's
fight.
over. It's
Oh.
over. It's over. Come
Put
on,
him down
man.
like an old dog.
Just a mercy killing from Moffat right there. Right at the end, one last tap.
And he's just leaping out of the cage in excitement. I mean, dominant performance, you know. Very different to how the first fight went as well, you know. So clearly there was a lot of growth in Moffat's grappling because he escaped, you know, Robbie's signature sub, got back up to his feet, even dominated top for a little while, and the striking was very much in his favor. So, great performance from Moffat. I mean, what do you guys think?
It was just domination. Almost after any time in the second round. You could
And
really
I-
just feel Moffat taking the lead there.
I mean,
Yeah,
really,
definitely.
After that pretty fairly contested first round, you know, second round onward, man, that fight was pretty much all dope. So
I mean,
pretty
he
Yeah.
impressive
controlled
performance
almost
from
every
him, especially to knock a guy out that, you know, Robbie ended up coming short for the title, but his run before that's still pretty impressive. So it's a pretty good win for Aldo here.
And not a bad performance from Robbie either. I mean, that first round was very close. You could give that first round to him. Nearly gets the comeback sub in the third round. You know, Moffat just fought the better fight, and Moffat's very unorthodox to fight, so he is tough to prepare for. But I think there's a lot of positives to take from that for Robbie, from that fight.
Absolutely. Robbie was doing great. He almost had the same exact submission locked in. Now, something I would like to see from Robbie, though, going forward, is more variation in his sub attempts and being a little craftier with just getting to those attempts. Such like the Kimura when he's on bottom. I feel he tries to prioritize more so the position rather than the submission. And that definitely could have caused a bit of this overlay here tonight. So if there's anything I can say Robbie could do better, it might be that. Though his striking was looking great within that first round.
Yeah, especially when he managed to get into the pocket and could rip some combos. You know, I think he definitely had the advantage with his boxing in the pocket there, but Moffat just stuck to his game plan, kept him at range, and picked him apart a bit.
Absolutely. And Kelvin, Bobby, what might you think about this fight? Anything that either of these men could have done better, if at all?
I mean, it's hard to say that Aldo could have done anything better. Because, I mean, just round 2 onwards was his entirely. I think you guys really hit it right on the nail there. Where Robbie just needs to kind of mix up both his grappling and his striking. Because he kind of defaults to the same couple routines when he gets deeper into a fight. Which, if someone catches on to that, like Aldo did, it's just a complete domination on their end.
Absolutely. And Bobby, anything from you before we go into our next fight on the card?
Not exactly. I guess really I could ask you guys what do you think is next for Aldo after knocking off the number 4 guy on Robbie in pretty impressive fashion like he did.
I feel
title shot soon maybe after.
I think the Jake Paul rematch could be interesting.
Title eliminator.
That was a very close fight, and I'd be curious to see how that fight plays out in the rematch. When both guys, because obviously, you know, Aldo wasn't too happy with the overturned decision. He felt like he won. You know, the 3 members of staff who judged the fight, we felt like Jake did enough to win that, but it was still extremely close. So I think both guys would be going into that rematch, you know, with a bit more to prove. So I think that could be an interesting fight.
Absolutely. And I believe Jake was scheduled to have a match with Eric Young. I'm not sure if that quite fell through, or what might have happened there. Though that would be a great rematch to see, and definitely something for our main card. And now, to get into our next fight, which is absolutely a certified banger. John Cage versus Dennis Hendomalley for the 3rd time. And boys, we know that the first 2 fights were definitely extremely varying. The first fight being almost a domination for Dennis, whereas the second, John was able to use his grappling to even things out.
Yeah, it's interesting, man, because their first fight, like you said, Dennis was extremely dominant, you know, really just beasted John. Then in the second fight, it was kind of the other way. John dominated Dennis. It wasn't really, I mean, it had its moments, but for the most part, John dominated that fight. So, 3rd fight, the trilogy, it's interesting, man. It's up in the air. You know, it's 1-1. Very exciting trilogy, though. One of our more anticipated fights on this card.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, we're looking at 1 victory through striking, 1 victory through wrestling. I mean, both these guys just stylistically match up so differently.
They really do, and just from fighting both of these men, they are both absolute killers. John's submissions are crazy, but I believe he's wanted to go more towards a striking base, as he's felt it just makes the fights much more exciting. And as Bobby always says, a banger is well appreciated.
Yeah, man. John's been around a long time. You know, he at this stage in his ICF career, he's fighting for the people. You know, he's trying to put on a show, so it should be a good one.
And those are the fights we like to see. Now, to get into John Cage versus Dennis Hendomalley 3.
Now, the thing that I'm looking forward to in this fight is just to see how the strategies might differ from the previous ones. Because in the first fight, the big story of that was Dennis's leg kick. Because he just tore apart John's ACL in that.
And looking at their record going into it, man, these guys are very evenly matched. It's good matchmaking. This is an exciting trilogy.
Absolutely. They're both very evenly matched, and leg kicks have actually been a pretty big story in the last of these fights.
Nice uppercut from John.
Ooh,
A front kick.
Yeah, these guys are wasting no time just stomping on the gas and just letting their hands fly.
Switch kick. Heavy.
Ooh.
There's that leg kick.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, trying to get that flying.
Flying neat stuff.
He got some beautiful elbows in right before it, though.
Oof. All this boxing.
And John is a guy who can fight out of both stances, so if that leg does end up chewed up, he should feel confident that he can fight out of orthodox and southpaw.
Yeah, that's a skill that not a whole lot of strikers have. And once you learn it, it's invaluable.
100%.
And John returning with leg kicks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh!
Right to the chin.
Switch kick.
Let's go.
Putting it on him.
Nice knee to the body.
Oh.
Oh, and flying knee! And the straight
John's down.
Fuck.
The axe kick attempt falls flat.
Yeah, it's not one you want to pull out at range. It doesn't have a very long range.
John's
Boy.
just getting hit by everything here.
Ooh.
Dennis is just letting it fly, dude. He's throwing everything at John right now.
Yeah, he just wants to see what's sticking.
John needs to earn some respect back with his punches. Ooh, that flying knee was very close.
So was that front kick right before it,
Yeah,
too.
I was about to say the front- oh, beautiful leg kick.
And Dennis is timing the leg kick really well when John's trying to sidestep out of the way.
Yeah,
Oh!
goodness
Right.
gracious.
The uppercut.
But a good dodge from Dennis, avoiding that switch kick.
This is a classic Dennis Hendo O'Malley fight. Just a barn burner from start to finish.
Yeah, throwing hands and knocking each other down.
And no grappling yet from John. He's happy to stand.
That's the best way to do it.
I believe he's a boxer
Strike
calf now. Yeah.
He switched.
Ooh.
Oh, the
my
leg
goodness.
kick.
He's a fellow showboat.
Oh.
Watch that.
It's bit strange to see him throw that kick while rocked, but
Now he's fighting out of the orthodox stance.
You know, man.
I think John needs to take it into the pocket because when he's at range, dude, his leg is just getting chopped to hell.
Yeah, I agree. That's there's a check, but one of they're few and far between at the moment. I think he has more success in the pocket for sure.
You know, we spoke about it. Cage's showcase that he can fight very well out of either stance, but you know, you still don't want to have your leg completely compromised, especially this early in a fight.
And Dennis is
Starting to get compromised too.
his pressure is he's all over John right now.
No, gets caught with that double uppercut though.
Ooh.
Ooh, flying knee attempt.
You can't outfly a knee in Orca, man. Orcas were meant to fly.
I think my
Both
biggest
legs.
takeaway from this so far is that there's absolutely no head movement from either guy.
Yeah, man, they're just throwing at each other.
Might have been a gentleman's agreement backstage. You know, head movement's overrated.
They're doing this the FOI way.
And it's
Yes,
really beautiful left hook, but it's on John now because Dennis is becoming a little bit telegraphed with that rear leg kick. You know, he's backing up and he's waiting for John to come in, and that's when he's timing it. So it is on John to check that now. His legs are shot, man.
But as soon as John tries to check it, that front kick to the face just comes down the pipe.
That's true. He's very good at mixing up those two kicks.
Ooh.
Yeah, Dennis is all about interrupting your rhythm. And once he knows how he can do that, he abuses you until you either fix it or you fall.
Yeah, Dennis, in the FOI chat, he was game planning around the leg kicks, and it seems like they've just worked for him so well so far in this fight.
Oof. Oh my
Yeah, so
God.
He's stepping in. You know, you got to check that. And then the front kick. He's completely falling into Dennis's trap here.
And Dennis just being the longer man here as well.
Yeah.
John is just getting kicked to shit right now. He's in trouble.
Yeah, this is much more like the first fight than it is the second.
Dude, John might have to change his name
There's a check.
after this because I think he blew out both.
Another check. Seems like he's kind of catching on. Oh,
Right at the end of the
Maybe
round.
too little, too late, unfortunately.
yeah.
John
it
Cage.
definitely seemed like John was kind of picking up a little bit at the very end there. He landed some nice shots, but I don't know. Dennis is rolling right now.
Be interesting to see how this second round goes, fellas.
Absolutely. That first round was so crazy. Oh, the elbows.
And the front kick lets him back up. He wants the leg kick TKO. Flying knee. Leg kick. Flying knee. Leg kick.
How is John still standing after all this punishment?
Yeah, dude. I mean, there's no way that his ACLs aren't torn right now. Like, oof.
This man is fighting on dreams at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there we go. Good combo from John there.
But then he backs up. You know, if I'm John Cage, keep pressuring him. He can't leg kick you if you're in his face. If you're in his face, pressuring him nonstop, he can't. The leg kicks are going to do no damage. The flying knees there, but
Oh,
the problem is Dennis is proving too much for John now with his own pressure and when. Oh my God!
If
that
you
leg is gonna
notice,
break.
Oh, there we go. I mean, John's having these flashes. Go.
John doesn't go for the ground and pound. He could have finished him.
this is a gentleman's
God.
agreement.
Gentleman's agreement. That is exactly what it is.
This is a barn burner of a fight, man.
Man. How is this gonna go any farther than this on either guy? Because, I mean, Cage just catching him in these beautiful kicks. But his legs are so shot, they're not really doing enough damage to put Dennis down.
Exactly, Dale. Oh my God, his legs are so badly beat up. He's not going to even have that much power in his punches. And that leg, he's going to get TKO'd.
Yeah, if Dennis so much as coughs on his knee.
They're just so tore up. And Dennis, he knows a lot more combos than he's letting on here, but he's just able to abuse those legs so easily.
I mean, if it's not broke, you know, or if it's not being checked, as it's not right here, keep doing it, you know?
Oh man.
Basically, at this point,
It looks like John is going to have some reconstructive surgery on both of his knees.
Oh, John is going to be out for a while after this one.
Yeah, he needs some serious time off, man.
knee surgery. We might have to strip him out of it.
Just channeling his inner, like, Justin Gaethje and Edson Barboza with this plethora of leg kicks.
Yeah, throwing them with no regard for his own safety and health with possible checks.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Oh,
Honestly,
spinning elbow.
Ah, he might have just been able to connect with that if he went through with it.
John, man.
Oh,
the
God.
front kick again.
And John is landing shots here and there. I mean, a Hail Mary isn't out of the question, but it's highly unlikely. Dennis stops him, man.
Straight down the middle.
Oh,
Wow.
that was a slaughter.
Baby.
Yeah, much more reminiscent of the first fight than the second. Dominant display from Dennis.
Oh my gosh, that was such a dominant display. And just to look at the strike that finally put John out.
Just hit his off switch and down he went. Like the
And it's-
beanstalk. Man, just falling down.
Gentlemen, I think it's worth noting, you know, Mike pointed out John switched to boxer for this fight. You know, Dale's infamous quote, you know, maybe do what got you to the dance. You know, his one win over Dennis in league fights, which was a very dominant one, was with BJJ calf. You know, there was clearly a massive grappling advantage for John when they fought. So, you know, maybe not the wisest game plan from John, but it put on a fantastic fight. So, you know, who am I to complain?
as you can see, neither of them followed up on any knockdowns. There's a gentleman's agreement to keep the fight standing, and both of them just start swinging.
Yeah, this was a fight for the fans. Probably going to be fight tonight. I mean, it'd be very difficult to see a better fight than that.
Absolutely, but we do have some fireworks coming up here. That performance from Dennis was masterclass. We were just talking about leg kicks and how important they were. And now to see them come to fruition, as Dennis shows that his striking cannot be beat here against John Cage.
Yeah, he just put on a clinic to show you exactly how you should leg kick someone. When they're moving forward, moving to the side, kicking it in. Just dedicate time to that leg kick, and you just kill a man.
And who knows, we might see something similar coming out of our next bout. From Vin Kellett to Deshaun Dubois. And Deshaun, just from speaking as an FOI member and someone who regularly spars with Deshaun, he's great from this balanced build. He can do just about everything. And he has been game planning against this rubber guard position of Vin's, as it was one of the major tools Vin was using in their first match of the Grand Prix.
And going back to that fight in the Grand Prix, Vin went on to win the entire thing, become the new Xbox Lite champion, and Deshaun was his toughest fight, in my opinion. He was losing that fight. He was down 2 rounds, got the sub, so this will be a very interesting rematch, especially in regards to the current state of the Xbox Lite division.
Absolutely. Bobby, you've met with Deshaun. What do you believe is going to happen? You've met with both men, I believe, actually. What do you believe is going to happen here?
I don't know, man. Vin, or Decals as I'll call him, he's an ace on the ground, dude. He's tricky. He's got a lot of random little tricks, and obviously he's got a really good rubber guard. And on Deshaun's side, he's shown a lot of growth, and it seems like he game planned well and got a lot of practice in before this fight. So I think it'll be an interesting matchup, but as far as predictions, I don't really have one. Be honest with you.
It's personally, I gotta go. I mean, I hate going against my fellow FOI members, but from a purely unbiased point of view here, how can you bet against Finn? He was such an underdog in that fight against Benny, and the guy who beat Tadpole, the guy that was favorited to win the entire Grand Prix, and he subbed him. And he came back from a fight he was losing against Deshaun and subbed him too. So his sub offense is second to none.
Absolutely, second to none.
I mean, those are very good points. Those are very logical points. But let me raise you this, Dylan. Wales can't fail. Deshaun Dubois. He's going to take it.
Absolutely, and I will be as biased as need be for Deshaun to take this. Deshaun is a killer.
You're not wrong, Dale. As John Kavanagh says, you either win or learn, so there is no failure.
I didn't even think to take into consideration the camp rivalry here. So I don't know if any of you gentlemen know, but old Ben here is a fellow BSD member, so maybe I do have a prediction now. I guess we'll see how it plays out.
That we will. And now we'll jump in to this mashup of camps to see who will be the winner, BSD or FOI. Vin Kellett versus Deshaun Dubois.
Not as exciting as that last one was. I mean, this one should be pretty exciting too. Both these guys are fun to watch.
They really are. This is such a fun matchup to see. And watching Herb Dean start off the bouts of these championship fights.
We transitioned to the Apex. These guys must have taken the wrong bus.
And it looks...
Yeah, our transportation schedule is really hard to read, so I don't blame them for having a bit of a mix-up here.
We were just glad that Herb Dean could step in here.
Follow Apex for the fight.
Whew. And both of these men are so fast. It's this light division speed.
I'm pretty sure Dan actually, this is just a contingency of these fights, so no one tell him. that is actually for ICF.
Takes him the sprawl here.
The UFC were gracious enough to let us use their arena as Deshaun is being put into half guard here.
Yeah, but
Nice.
Fellas, like I said off broadcast, old Vin here, the go-go merchant, I think it's going to be...
Let's him up.
Had to keep your eyes out for some of his random little tricks that he might pull out.
And Deshaun definitely has the advantage on the feet here, running this balanced calf.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice from Vin to let him up there. I guess he's the champ. He can do what he wants. Now he can't get the fight back to the mat.
Denial.
good takedown defense from Dubois right there. He's keeping his distance, man. He's keeping it at range, wearing him down bit by bit with his kicks.
And the kicks were working there for a good bit. But now, Vin is just pushing him against the fence, trying to grind him down.
And he gets him down.
The back city.
Back.
Sweet. You know, fellas, every time I see somebody get in the back sitting, I always wonder if someone's just going to completely throw the rules out the window and back sitting rear naked choke somebody.
Yeah, me too. I always have this one feeling that this is going to be the fight that happens.
If it does, it will be an Aljo Sterling situation.
Yeah, we'll have a slightly disputed champ.
Although, Vin is very wise. He doesn't want to do anything that will discredit his win.
Gets him the back flap. This is a dangerous position to be in. Yeah.
Dubois doesn't want to be here right now.
I don't think he should have turned there.
Ooh, the stamina's low.
And caught an arm triangle.
Good start though for Deshaun. Yeah, he's fine.
Deshaun just needs to be very careful here.
Be patient, you know. And he's out into half guard. A little bit of ground and pound. Both guys showing great patience here, you know. Not trying to rush anything.
Two right there. Take inside saddle.
They have 5
Yeah,
rounds
Vin-
to do what they need to do. Although Vin does have a
Position-
stamina slight disadvantage in the beginning.
Yeah, he's
Position
been
over
throwing
submission here.
shots than Deshaun has. But so far, he's been controlling the fight on the ground.
Yeah, Deshaun, Vin is an ace grappler, man. One of the best grapplers we have on the Xbox side of things.
You know,
Yeah, I
go
can vouch for him on that regard from personal
Oh
experience.
no.
Oh,
This man
back,
can be
back.
like a wet blanket if he wants to be.
did the
Go for an armbar here. Nope, takes him back to top right.
Seems like Vin, he's really good at knowing when to be active on the ground and when to just ride it out and be patient.
It was interesting right then because he did the package and really just drained Dubois' stamina down. But
Didn't go for the
when it-
submission.
top position, he didn't really didn't have the stamina advantage there. That was interesting.
And Sean's up.
Let the sprawl get up. That's surprising.
There you go. That's exactly where he wants to be. You go more distance management, going for that front kick to the body. Good judo
Beautiful
takedown
trip.
Ooh,
right there.
and another get up here. Deshaun's just trying to stay on his feet.
And he's
Yeah,
doing a
so-
pretty good job of it so far. I mean, he didn't really take any massive damage on the ground. Yeah, he got controlled a little bit, but
Pulls guard.
Guard pulled on him.
Oh,
Yep.
the little trick. Beautiful.
Yeah, I had no idea pulling guard was even in the game until one day I was fighting a man and all of a sudden I was pulled to the ground and then he took top mount.
And
I
it's
didn't
a
really
very
know it was a
scary
thing either
proposition.
until about 2 days ago when our lovely man Mike here showed me how to do it.
Clearly, Bobby, you and I are master grapplers.
And looking at
at
the
the
stats here,
Stats.
yes, definitely first round 10-9 for Vin.
Mhm.
But no massive damage from either side, really. You know, going into round 2, it's pretty much a reset for both guys.
Yeah, you know, Deshaun didn't really take any big damage. I mean, neither guy did, but I mean, that was just a lot of really solid grappling work from Vin there.
But as you saw in the replays, Deshaun did
Ooh.
some good work on the leg. As you can see, that leg's gone down.
Yeah, that left leg is definitely it's the lowest health stat out of either of theirs.
Ooh.
Nice check.
Good check.
Vin does recognize that the leg health could become a problem.
Yeah, when someone's leg kicking you, you want to nip that right in the bud and get them afraid to throw it for your checks.
I really like how he gets taken down here, but I really like how patient Deshaun is.
He doesn't force the issue.
Yeah, he's not a guy that goes in there
Ooh.
and just
Nice.
wall.
Beautiful.
I think he
he
should have
was-
stayed on top.
And but now's a good time for him to get a little bit aggressive on the feet.
He should.
That front kick lands again.
Yeah, an abrupt change in style might benefit Dubois here because at this point, Vin is so used to his patience and range keeping that if he just goes in the pocket and starts throwing for a minute, it'll completely
Flying knee attempt.
get in his
Gonna
head.
poke. Nope.
I need to
Nice.
And Vin is a Vanguard Jiu-Jitsu player. And that indicates that his kicks are extremely strong. And his Jiu-Jitsu is extremely strong. Wow.
Yeah, Deshaun wants no part of that ground game.
I don't blame him, man. Grappling is a dirty, dirty art.
Then you got somebody that can imitate a wet blanket like Vin. You know, I mean, it's typically a good move to avoid the ground with them.
Ooh.
A little bit
Nice.
of weirdness there.
Very
but
nice.
Good scramble.
Deshaun just being extremely careful.
And Deshaun showing a lot more adversity to Vin's grappling in the second round. Although it's Deshaun who has the lower leg health from those checks.
Yeah, man. A couple good checks can bridge the gap in leg health real quick.
He gets that one.
Beautiful takedown.
Yeah, solid double leg from Vin right there. Oh, here we go. Fake down.
Ooh.
But didn't
Nice. He's up. Some of Deshaun's preparation for this fight is starting to show now. His grappling, his defensive grappling is looking a lot tighter in the second round.
Extremely sharp. And all it takes for Deshaun is just to get into the rhythm of it. He's looking good.
And you know, if he's smart and plays the long game here into the later rounds, not taking a lot of damage, you know, the stamina difference doesn't look like much now, but in the 4th and 5th round, that's significant.
And look at this head health difference.
Yeah, Deshaun's picking and choosing his shots. It's hard to fight against guys that are that patient because it's you know, they don't really go wild at you. They don't just start throwing and you can't get like a nasty pull uppercut on them. You have to just really get lucky or grapple them like Vin's doing.
In this
He's taking the
position,
back here.
Deshaun should just jump down every time, or else he'll be stuck in this position. And it's the armbar, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, this is really bad. This is really bad.
Deshaun.
It's gonna. I mean, Vin's stamina's low too, so he could technically get out of this, but this is really bad for Deshaun.
Vin's got pretty solid.
Yeah,
submission off.
This is it.
Not looking good for Deshaun.
No, that's it. That's all it takes,
Oh.
man. With Vin, he's so oppressive on the ground.
Oh man.
Great display.
Beautiful.
A great grappling display, and not a bad performance from Deshaun either. You know,
No,
he's
not
very
at all.
patient on the feet, and his defensive grappling was fantastic. But all it takes is that one mistake with Vin, and you know that mistake was letting him sit on his back in that backpack position for a little too long.
And
Yeah, when you let guys stay on you right there, it drains your stamina so quickly that once they get it to the ground, they can just get an armbar like he does right here, and it's almost just go home.
Yeah, it would have taken a miracle to get out of that.
it was locked up so tight, and that might be something. That's one area where Deshaun might need to work on. Other than that, he looked like a champ slayer in there. Legitimate.
Yeah, he looked really good. You know, there's a lot of if you're Deshaun Dubois, there's a lot of positives to take from that fight. You know, you were winning a lot of the exchanges on the feet. You showed great defensive grappling and takedown defense. It's just you got caught. You know, you made a mistake in a bad position, and that's all it takes against someone who's such an expert grappler like Vin.
Man, yeah, I mean, Vin right here, he just put on a grappling clinic.
Absolutely.
There's no other way to talk about this fight other than just saying, yeah, he wrestled him down. He held him down, and he made him tap. He almost snapped Deshaun's arm in two.
It'll be interesting now to see how Vin's championship reign, how it continues when he versus a very strong striker. Obviously, Benny is a great striker, and he got past him. But I'd be curious to see someone with Deshaun's defensive grappling ability and takedown defense, but with maybe slightly more aggressive striking, because Vin did look a little bit uncomfortable on the feet.
Yeah, it looked like on the feet, that was where Deshaun really, he had the advantage. You know, Vin didn't know what to do there. Because Deshaun was just so ungodly patient.
He really was, and just in this matchup, you just couldn't tell who was going to win. Deshaun, he is great on the feet there, especially because he's using a balanced virtuoso archetype. It really doesn't have much power, but when he picks his shots like he does, he finds great success. Although all the credit in the world to Vin for finding that one submission that worked. He didn't really attempt to spam any subs, and like Dylan was saying, he was going for position over submission.
He's the champ, man. You know, and he cemented his title reign by defeating because as much as you know that was a close fight, and Deshaun had many moments. It was very different to their first fight in the Grand Prix. So Vin is put a statement there saying that, you know, I'm the champ, and that's not up for debate.
Not at all. And now we're going to get into our co-main event versus Chip and Debo Albu for the second time. And jumping into this fight, this co-main event, Chip versus Debo, we see there the wins 2-4. Chip is
it's
down.
not often someone has a positive record against Chip. I'm
And
nervous,
Chip,
man.
Killer. Like you said, Bobby, he is our Romanian Giga Chad here in the ICF.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he had such a dominant title reign. He went 6-0 as champ, and now he's just recaptured his goal. He's got one of the
It's
two
really
guys.
refreshing and really nice to see him as champion again. And I don't think it'd be too crazy to say that, you know, most of us here hope that he wins this fight and keeps his belt.
Well, Debo does show a lack of preparation on the feet, but his ground game is absolutely phenomenal.
He gets Chip down early. And Chip does not want to be on his back against this guy. We talked about how Vin is second to none in the submission game. If he was second to one person, it's Debo Albu.
Debo absolutely gets crazy submissions, especially with his chokes.
Submission game is so good that it genuinely perplexes.
Yeah, he's not a guy that really is fond of joint submissions. He's very much a choke submission artist.
Man, choke subs, I think, are the more fun of the two mini games. The most fun,
Nice
of course,
ground pound.
being that crazy ground and pound that Debo was just throwing against Chip.
And this is Debo's whole game, getting into this full mount position.
Chip's up. Checks the leg kick.
Oh, throwing the hooks out. That's a very big part of Chip's striking game plan. He's very hook heavy.
Oh, spin.
Nice
He
stuff.
rocks Chip.
Good recovery skills.
This is a good. If you're a Debo Albu fan, this is a good start to the first round against the champ.
Yeah, it's breaking
still
my
not-
heart to see my brother here get hurt like this. But, you know, confidence.
Oh, my knee! Sits him down out of nowhere.
There we go. Chip just evened the round.
He's back in the fight.
There's the
And he's
takedown.
taken down.
You know, Chip may be looking for another flying knee to add to his pretty amazing FOI flying knee highlight reel.
Yeah, man, he's
Might be
got
something to keep an eye out for.
beautiful.
Ooh,
But Debo Albu's back on top with 2.5 minutes to go, and
work the body. Very heavy.
Chip needs to be. I think he's got to play patient here to get back up to his feet. You know, you can't rush against Debo. he's up.
Yeah, the absolute
It's a nice denial.
last thing that you want if your Chip is to try to rush to get up and get hit with some pretty slick denials, and the next thing you know, you're in a submission.
Yeah, Chip
Another
is
takedown.
man on the ground. Like when he's working with me on grappling, he's always saying, you know, you always gotta wait just a second. You know, patience is the name of the game.
And even Charles Brunson, when he was around, couldn't do this to Chip. Nobody takes him down like this at will. You know, he gets up back up to his feet there, you know, which is just evidence of Chip's own ability on the grappling, but this is a very competitive fight.
And it just keeps going back up the feet.
See the little jazz hand stance. Love it.
Ooh.
Nice hooks from Chip.
Chip
And that's
embodies
signature
patience.
straight.
Oh,
Now Chip's putting on the pressure. Debu's movement is really good.
yeah, I'm really impressed with his movement in this fight. I mean, I came
Knees
into
to
it
the
thinking
body.
that Chip had a pretty clear advantage standing up, but I mean, watching this, dude, Debo is slippery.
Man, not a I don't know if Chip's denied a single takedown.
I don't think he has.
Very unlike him.
Yeah, usually
Please
he
do-
has his hands on top of the grapple advantage meter, but Debo just seems to know it a little bit better.
This would be an interesting round to score.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with you. Because, you know, I mean, clearly Debo has all of this control
Chip's
time
up.
on the ground, all the takedown.
And he does have one rock as well, which might just even out what Chip has done here.
Yeah,
but
I
had that
I
knockdown.
forgot about the rock. Now that you say it, I think that could win the round for him. Unless Chip can do something big in the last 15 seconds. But Chip got the flying knee knockdown. No, I think this is Chip's round.
Oh, was it a knockdown?
That was a knockdown. Yeah, I think this is Chip's
He had
round.
a couple of stuns, too.
Oh,
it's
yes,
hard-
that takedown.
It's a takedown.
I believe you're right. That just gave it to Chip.
But still competitive. I think round 1, 10-9 Chip, but very competitive round.
I think it could go either way. I mean, you know, it depends on how heavy you score grappling.
Well, we know these judges in the building, and they all have their own opinions.
They do. No,
Oh,
and he defends a
wow.
takedown.
There we go.
That's pretty
Starting
big.
off round 2 with a bang. 'Cause
But
listen,
already, if you're
the whole fight, we judge
It's
it round by round, baby.
if I'm in the mind of Chip right now, 2 takedown denials. Already, this fight is going so much better than the last fight. When we look back at the last fight, you know, Debu gets Chip down to the ground, controls him, and then just pulls out this sub almost out of nowhere, and round 1 subs Chip. So
It's a
be interesting to see
possibility.
how this goes.
Going
He's-
for
he's
guard.
Oh,
Oh!
no.
Oh, it's the rock with the knee.
Man, he doesn't even have to jump out of the metaphorical water to hit him in the chin with his knee.
And Chip's character is just so long and lanky. Look at him.
Yeah, dude, he's the
Also a
Jamaican Black Sea.
good way to have some nightmare fuel to watch a Chip fight. You wake up at 2 a.m. and you see this big, beautiful Romanian bastard standing in your corner.
Oh, flying knee again. Debu needs to go for another takedown, man. He's losing the striking exchanges significantly now.
Yeah, Chip's definitely flowing.
It took him around, he found his rhythm. He's able to put everything together, just jab, straight, hook after hook, sprawling, and the takedown.
Debu being a jiu-jitsu calf, you know, he's at a pretty significant disadvantage when it comes to the power in his punches. And he can't get a single takedown this round now.
Ooh.
First round, Debu's dominant with his takedowns, and now Chip is not giving him anything as he knees him right in the chin.
These knees are working so well for Chip.
I mean, Chip is probably one of the best Muay Thai fighters we have on this roster. Because, I mean, the way he fights when he's standing
There's
up
a takedown.
showcases the art of the 8-man.
Yeah, Chip's got knees, he's got elbows. Wow.
And he's got ground game.
Debu's having a really hard time. There, he gets another takedown, but he's having a hard time keeping Chip pinned down this fight. Really difficult.
Denial from Chip.
Ooh, backside reversal. Love to see it. Yeah, it's been a bit strange seeing Chip take a very striking heavy approach.
Well, he has
Like,
switched
that's just
over
what you have
recently.
to do.
Yeah,
to the Razor.
Chip is no longer a balanced calf. He now fights out a kickboxer Razor, so he is a striker now. You know, make no mistake, he's got a fantastic base in his ground game, but Chip's here to strike.
Oh,
Sits him down with the straight.
and strike he does.
And Chip is really pulling ahead now as he gets him knocked down with the body rock.
Oh, he's going to the ground. Gets
Nope,
right back.
stands up. Smart
Standing.
decision.
Good block.
Debu needs to get this fight back down to the ground, man.
As soon as he
100%.
can. He's not winning any of the stand-up exchanges here.
Because he can sub Chip rather. If there's knocks him down with the right hook. If there's one thing we've seen that could Chip's bodying him now. His hooks are crazy.
Matrix.
Oh, the right hook again. He's getting Chip!
Wow.
And still.
My man, let's go with that nasty hook KO. Man,
The
it just
revenge story to retain his title. The takedown defense in the second round was impeccable, and the striking difference was just so significant.
no longer is
That
this
hook.
man a wrestler. With this victory, Chip has established his second title reign as that of a striker. And man, this is a brand new era of Chip.
You'd love to see it. You know, he was so dominant for so long. Lost his title, dropped a couple fights, kind of had to take the long road back. But, you know,
Chip,
he's back, man, and it feels great to watch. So
If there's one thing, you know, if you're coming up against Chip, if there's one thing you can look for as his Achilles heel, it could be potentially maybe his sub defense. I mean, we saw him subbed by Charles Brunson and subbed by Debo. You know, he doesn't lose very often, and out of all of his losses, I think, you know, the majority are subs, being very few. But so Debo does have the ability to sub Chip. You know, make no mistake. But Chip was just fought a great fight today. You know, he got up off his back, and the takedown defense was much better in the second round, and the striking was, you know, a clear difference. So 1-1. Could we see a potential trilogy down the line?
absolutely. And Chip, I believe, has just gone to the next level. He explained that he wanted to revolutionize the way he plays, and I believe he has done that, especially with Razor. He's at the top of his game consistently, and I believe as a striker, he's even better than he was as a grappler.
Yeah, I think so too, man. He looked great. You know, the victory over Paddy as well, you know, in the Grand Prix to win the belt, you know, he was striking with Paddy, one of the best boxers in the league, period. And he beat him on the feet, no grappling. So Chip is looking very dangerous. You know, look at everyone in the PS Light division, you know, they've got their work cut out for him trying to get their hands on the belt.
Yeah, it used to be if you were a good striker, you know, you had a chance against them. But man, now that chance is getting slimmer and slimmer by the day.
I believe if there's anybody who can do it, it would have to be somebody who knows how to counter those knees perfectly. Right there at the end, Debo just seemed to be maybe in frustration mode, as he was just coming forward, winging out shots, looking for anything that would work.
Yeah, Chip was mixing it up, you know, with the knees to the body and the hooks to the head so well, you know. And Deb was probably also thinking about, you know, I need to get a takedown. I'm losing the striking. You know, I can sub this guy. I've subbed him before. And he was having success in the first round on the ground. So probably a multitude of things. But I'm excited still to see Debo's next fight. You know, that's his first loss. He's only ever lost to the champ, you know, one of the greatest competitors we've had in the ICF period. So, you know, this is by no means a bad person to lose to. If you're going to lose to Chip. So his next fight will still be an exciting one to watch.
You're 100% correct in that. And now, before our main event between Oshin McGranagan and Oni J, we are going to bring you something extremely special.
From the hip-hop legend Soulja Boy comes his latest and greatest fire drop yet, the Soulja Game. Now you can crank that Soulja Game and Superman those horrible gaming prices. Taking advantage of the most advanced video gaming advances, Soulja Boy Pocket Pro 4G has amazing features such as a D-pad, buttons with letters, a joystick, and a screen. You can get that pretty boy swag with our amazing Pocket Pro colors, Fireball Red. Play with your friends via Bluetooth on the World Wide Web. Surf along the GigaStream to download more RAM and Android games to play on the go. 5 whole hours of lithium battery life, which is longer than my firstborn son's life. All your homies will be totes jealous of you when you're the first to ever buy a Pocket Pro 4G. Just take a look at our amazing deals.
Thank you, Soulja Boy, so much for the 100% totally, definitely not fabricated sponsorship of tonight's card. I'm excited. I crank that Soulja Boy at least twice a day. And I'm going to be cranking that Soulja Boy during this title match tonight. Because this is Oshin McGranagan's third official title defense against Oni J. And let me tell you, boys, this one should be pretty.
This one is definitely looking juicy. I mean, this is the fight we've been all waiting for ever since the first of the card. Oni definitely presents some problems for Oshin, though he's not quite in the same realm he was. He's now fighting as a boxer instead of as a jiu-jitsu character.
And it's probably not the best matchup for Oni either. I mean, Oshin uses boxer. He's one of the best boxers on the Xbox side of things, if not the best, probably the best. So Oni, probably would have been better off going balanced or jiu-jitsu calf or one of his other ones, but we'll see how it works out for him.
And Bobby, what do you think of this matchup?
Kind of like Dylan said, this is a bad matchup for Oni purely because of the archetype change. But I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Oni's a guy that you 100% can't write off because he can hold his own on his feet, and I've seen him get some pretty impressive knockouts. And he's always got some tricks in the clinch and on the ground. So, I mean, he's really dangerous everywhere. But prediction-wise, I have to go with my boy Oshin.
You got to think, if Oni can get Oshin to the ground, that's where he'd be able to do the most damage. Because we haven't seen a whole lot of his groundwork in this championship run. It's been mainly just boxing to.
And it's worked so well for him.
I wonder, if Oni does want this fight to get to the ground, Oshin has displayed fantastic takedown defense in his last fight against yourself, Mike. So, I don't know. I think Oni could have an advantage on the ground, but I think he could struggle to get it there, especially with the boxer calf.
Absolutely, and Oshin's takedown defense is second to none, as that is just the way it works for him. That's just how he prefers to play. He loves to strike, and he doesn't want to go to the ground at all. And he'll ensure that as best he can. He's got some tricks to stay on the feet. But Oni's takedown, his takedown window is very tough to gauge, and I'm not so sure he will be able to get Oshin down, especially since his takedowns are going to be hampered by the boxer archetype he's going to be playing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But now, we'll get into the main event of the evening. Oshin McGranagan versus Oni J.
And tonight, like you said, Bobby, we got the Pride of Ireland fighting the ICF's resident musician here. Man, you guys are talking about that archetype difference and the recent change from Oni. That's a good point to bring up going into this.
Ooh.
Right off the bat, Oshin coming forward with pressure. Oni with some nice counter boxing.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's not backing down. Although Oshin is putting him on his back foot like he has done against really everyone else he's fought.
And
You don't want to be
just has
back.
great head movement.
Exactly, and you don't want to be backed up against the cage against someone like Oshin with such just oppressive boxing and the head movement. Lovely slip counter.
To pull and dodge.
Oni shoots the takedown. Denied.
What? Yeah, denied the turn. Impressive takedown defense, Martian.
And Oshin's turn denials are, oh my god.
Whoa! Slip into the rear head kick. Uppercut. Oh!
And this is Oshin's favorite position.
So close.
Oni survives.
Oh.
And you're right, Mike.
Of his teeth.
Oshin loves the neon belly. It's the taunt.
He's feeling himself, man.
And Oshin was frustrated because Oni wanted to wait until the last possible second when he was ready to take this fight.
Yeah, Oshin's coming in with an anger.
Oh!
Oni.
Oh, pull
Nasty
elbow. Now Oshin's in top mount. Gets up.
Yeah, he wants that standing knockout. Shaking his head. He is not impressed.
Oni seizing every opportunity he can get. You know, saw the taunts, said, fuck it, I'll shoot a takedown. But Oshin's up.
Oshin's definitely up.
The
Disrespectful, man. You love to see it.
He's put on a show for us, boys.
Oh,
Nice
good
check
body
hook.
work.
He's feeling such confidence here.
Man, I mean, Oni's not backing down. He's been knocked down a couple times, stunned a couple more, but he is not giving up.
And look at the head difference, man. And I'm not talking about head health. I mean, Oshin's got a fucking brick of a skull, and Oni's got this small, you know, plankton-like head.
It's definitely helping Oshin take these shots from Oni.
Yeah, look at that chin, man.
Oh,
He's got a cinderblock chin, man. His chin is unbreakable.
the
Yeah,
rock
Oshin
chin.
is about 30% Neanderthal.
That he is.
Ooh.
I love seeing him incorporate these kicks into his boxing combos.
Denies
Some-
the takedown.
Oh,
Oni gets it.
I am.
It's pretty gassed.
Leg. He's being patient. That's good. Ooh, look at that stamina, difference, boys.
And this is a chance for Oni to kind of, you know, steal a little bit of the momentum, but also slow down Oshin. You know, grounding him here takes a lot of the pressure off you.
And it gives Oni, you know, a chance to kind of breathe and collect himself. Think
It's
about, okay, what's going on in the fight?
Oni's
How
not
can I-
faking at all, and it doesn't seem
No,
like he's
I-
able to deny these.
Oh, he's
Pulls
fully
guard.
guard.
But Sprawl is such a bad position to
goes
be in
to an
from top.
armbar.
It's an armbar.
Oh,
No stamina.
And Oshin's stamina's low.
So far, it's even. With the edge going to Oshin. But it's going deeper.
oh.
This is
And,
the slam.
and if there's one thing we've talked about before this fight is Oni can find a way to pull subs out of nowhere. And this sub is tight, man.
It's getting in.
Oh my god, he's gonna sub him. He's gonna sub him.
Oh,
Oh, he's throwing strikes. All he's got to do is kick that arm away.
He's gonna sub him! Oh! He's out! How has Oshin gotten out of that sub? Oni had it in so deep!
Tony Ferguson. Esque levels of not tapping here.
I
He
can't
has
believe
his fun as
Oshin
an
got out of the
audience.
sub!
Man, Oni doesn't want to drop his newest single on a loss.
And
Oh,
Oni is all of a sudden back into this fight with another takedown, man. If he can get another sub like that, I can't believe he didn't
Oh.
sub him. Tremendous
was
heart
so
from
close.
Oshin.
Yeah.
denial
Dude,
from
it-
crucifix here.
Anyone else tapped out right there.
Gets him back to full guard.
Here we go. Getting that sprawl. That's where he wants to be right now. If he can get up, that's where Oshin will be able to take the fight back.
Gonna go for a guillotine, gets denied. Look at the stamina difference.
Gets up. Man, it is getting crazy.
We'll see how much Oni can recover in this next round.
Ooh. And Oshin's trying to smell blood here at the end of this round. Oh!
Oh! Counters the
Out
overhand. He's taught.
Oh,
in.
front kick! Can he finish it?
Oh!
Oh, 1 second left to go. He does it again, and still,
Oh,
Buzzer beater
Yo.
KO.
this is his trademark at this point, man. Oh
the
my
pride of
god.
Ireland, the shining emerald of the Isles. Man, this is the era of the IRA right now, with Sheen just big booting Oni to the ground.
Surviving the sub and then coming back to starch Oni like that is just crazy, man. I can't believe it. That's the champ.
1 second left in the round. Oh my god, that's insane.
Yeah, he didn't want to give Oni a chance to get any stamina back. Wow, what a main event, man. Oh my god. What a main event.
And this might have showed one of Oshin's only flaws here is his sub defense. And if Oni was a jiu-jitsu archetype, we don't know what could have happened.
Dude, you're so right. If Oni had been on the jiu-jitsu arc, probably would have gotten that sub. If the same situation had happened where Oni had the armbar there, I think he would have subbed him because his sub offense would have been so much better. But man, what a wild fight! What a wild fight! I mean, crazy. Just that's such championship will and composure from Oshin. But Oni's still top of the food chain, man. I mean, he hung in there and held his own.
That was such
Sure,
an
there was
insane fight. And
Yeah.
I believe we can all agree that that one almost definitely takes the cake. Although now that we're getting into the post-fight show, what do all of you believe are the best bonus-worthy performances?
Man, that is a
That's
I mean, it might have to go fight of the night to John Cage and Dennis Hendo O'Malley because that was just a banger. But I mean, Chip and Debo and Oshin and Oni could get that as well.
Yeah, man. It's hard to say. Honestly, it's
I
hard
think
to say.
we're gonna have 2 knockouts of the night, right? For Oshin and Dennis, because both of those knockouts deserve something. It was insane.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man,
We saw so many knockouts here.
Bangers, but absolute banger fight. And it's not to undersell either, just because we've had such great fights since. But Robbie versus Aldo was a great fight too. I mean, that was a great fight,
And so was Vin versus Deshaun.
Vin versus Deshaun was a little more slower paced than the rest. But when it comes to grappling, I mean, you won't see it as high level as that fight.
And Vin absolutely has to get sub of the night. There's no way he can't.
Yeah, that goes to him. And man, we had 3 crazy title defenses tonight. All 3 champs cemented their reign.
Yep, we didn't have any new champs tonight.
And these 3 men show why they are considered the best in the world right now for their respected divisions.
It seems like all the divisions are on lockdown, man. Oshin's ruling the Xbox heavy. Vin has just cemented himself as the king of the Xbox lights. And then Chip has regained his throne in Xbox Light. And we have Dowu up in Chip in PlayStation Light. And then we have Dowu up there in PlayStation Heavy.
And who knows what might become of the PlayStation Heavy division, as we in the booth have heard some recently interesting news. Though that might be something we should share later. What are your opinions on this, Dylan?
We got a big announcement coming for the PlayStation Heavy division, so stay tuned for that. There's been some developments in the championship lineage, so keep an eye
It's
out.
about to get real interesting.
And interesting it shall be. Bobby, what would you say your most valued performance on this whole card has been so far?
Probably Chip, man. He gets my vote for performance of the night. Partly because of the performance and partly because of the storyline coming into it. Chip, super dominant for a while, lost his title, lost to Debo, and kind of had a long road back, and kind of had a chance to redeem himself. He showed that he still is one of the top guys, and he did just that. So
I think performance of the night's got to go to Chip too, man. That was a big statement.
And his game plan there too. Just getting out of the way of all of those submissions, trying to stay out of positions where he could be caught by Debu's ace up his sleeve.
But before we wrap things up tonight, I believe we have a special guest joining us for his post-fight speech.
Absolutely.
Right, Mike?
We do. And Dale will now go into the booth with Oisin McGranagan to discuss this monumental win.
Now, Oisin, man, how you feel coming off that crazy title defense?
Yeah, that was a crazy one. So far on my, pretty sure it's a 3-fight title defense right now. Only scared me. You know, he had me deep in that armbar, but
Yeah,
you know, it takes a bit more than that to put this Irish king down. So you know, I got out of it and put him away. Pretty crazy knockout too. Probably one of my favorites so far.
yeah, last second KO. I mean, there was only 1 second left in the round, and you got that that neon belly and that pounding.
He was trying to say it was an early stoppage, but you know, I would have liked to land a few more extra shots, but you know, the referee got in there, so
Yeah, those extra shots would have been totally necessary. I'm sure.
super necessary.
Super necessary. But I mean, I gotta ask more deeply though about that armbar, man. I mean, that was deep. Like, we genuinely thought that he would become the new champ.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, my arm is fucked. I'm pretty sure I tore.
Yeah.
I probably tore a lot of ligaments in that arm and stuff, but you know, champion mentality.
You to not tap out.
I'm not gonna lose to Oni, man. I can't lose to Oni. I don't want to lose to that guy. Simple as I can't lose to him. I'll lose to anybody but Oni.
Yeah, that's why. That's a good reason. But man, I mean, what made you like just get so good at boxing so suddenly? Because I remember Bobby was talking to me one day, and he's like, "Yeah, all of a sudden now Oisin's this crazy good pressure boxer."
No, you know, I used to be a bit of a outside point kind of kickboxing type fighter, but you know, I realized that to really take my game to the next level, I need to develop a good boxing base, and I just started getting in the lab, you know, working with some top guys, and I just learned a few tricks here and there, and it seems to be my strong suit now. So it's worked so far, so I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, your boxing has gotten you to the interim title.
Yeah, literally.
Got you the title, and it's KO'd you to 3 official defenses.
And I don't think there's a better boxer in the ICF than me, you know. So if anybody wants to try and take me up on that offer, then we'll see.
Yeah, you have your eye on anyone rising up in the Xbox Heavy right now? You have an influx of new guys, a couple new contenders.
Yeah, some new guys, but you know, I still have a bone to pick with a certain Bobby Diesel. You know, I know he's retired, but I might have to go and drag his ass out of bed and put him back in the retirement straight after.
Oh man, dude, I'd love to see it.
Yeah, it has to happen.
And what a great fight that will be. Thank you for stepping into the booth with us, Oisin.
No problem.
And we definitely look forward to more performance of the nights from you.
Good to have me, boys. See you later.
Absolutely.
See you, man.
See you, Oisin.
And after that, frankly, insane fight night, I think I can be forgiven for a little bit of shameless self-plugging. So make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel right here, and just absolutely spinning back fist that notification bell so you know when we upload. And then follow us on Twitter for some updates, you know, when we post new things on Reddit, when we have changes to the fight cards. Just good to keep up to date. And lastly, just a huge, awesome thank you to all of the people who recently joined from our Reddit post. We are so excited to have some new guys here to really shake up the competition. I mean, I fought some of you already, and I am so excited to see what happens. I mean, the divisions are going crazy, and we have some big things planned for all.
And with that said, thank you everyone who has helped make this possible. If you think you can take any of the boys on, or you think you can respond to Oisin's call out for any up-and-comers to try and outbox him, then come on down to our Discord and join us for the rounds of fights. Thank you everyone, and we'll see you next week.